Hello Pisces, my name is Tiffany from Tiffany's Tarology and it's so good to be here with all of you. We had our last reading go viral, Pisces, and we have a lot of new faces here, so I just wanted to reintroduce myself, Pisces. I am a Pisces rising, Pisces moon, Cancer sun. I highly resonate with a lot of the readings that I put out for you guys, and we are part of a beautiful collective of souls who is really trying to embrace transition right now. Pisces, I am a veterinarian by trade, a tarot reader by vocation, and I am here to help you, here to be your guide through some of your life's journey. On the bottom of your tarot, we're not starting with tarot, we usually do oracle first, you have judgment. So I hear spirit say that there are people around you right now who are about to receive some type of karma, people around you who are undergoing judgment for things that they have done to you, around you, things you may or may not know that they are doing. The Dodgers also just won the World Series. Go Dodgers. So the Dodgers could be significant. Baseball, Los Angeles could be significant to you, or the color blue. There's also the potential that you may have like a pastime, I guess, hobby where maybe you and a friend would go maybe see some type of sport. Could be baseball, could be something different. But we're going to dive in, Pisces, and see what we need to know about like karmic loops that we're closing up. We're finally in November. In the United States, I don't know if they do this everywhere, there's about to be daylight savings, or is it ending? Whatever, we're going to gain an hour or fall back an hour. Y'all, I don't know what I'm saying. So anywho, there's a shift of time. A timeline is shifting, Pisces. That's all I'm going to say because I'm completely losing myself on daylight savings. If we're losing time, gaining time, I don't even know. It's all made up anyways. So let's dive in. You have disarm the fear, clear negative energy, rewire the way you love, cultivate courage, stop carrying what isn't yours. The cycle stops with you. Purify your heart, shatter the false story. And on the bottom of the deck you have awaken your power, rebuild and balance relations, and let go of judgment. I'm also feeling the energy of healing emotional trauma and releasing toxic attachments. So we will add those to our list of secondaries. Pisces, you know this and you've heard this, I'm sure, many times before, but you are a cycle breaker. And this reading is about the cycle stopping with you and you ending a very difficult generational trauma. Your guides and your ancestors knew that you would come to this earth and in this lifetime you would break the chains of a very painful and difficult generational curse. It says you are the one your ancestors prayed for. This pain ends in your hands. Choose differently now. There is something about your life where you have opportunities, where you have been given power, where you finally have the courage to step away from a patterning that has been long withstanding and almost impossible to let go of in your lineage. Whether you're the first person in your family who's going to be a millionaire, whether you're the first person in your family who went to college, whether you were the first person in your family to choose to not have kids, I'm hearing that, or decide to live a life that is a little bit more free and having less. Some of you are also going to be walking into energy where you absolutely have more, where you break that cycle of toxic love and toxic patterns around relationships, which does come up as well. But in general, Pisces, this reading is going to be about breaking the cycle. And again, with that judgment card on the bottom of our tarot deck, I think what's happening is the people that have come into your life to show you burden, heaviness, almost giving you this feeling of like you have a disability or you have this, I'm hearing disassembly or like disabled. instead of being enabled, the relationships around you have disabled you. You are going through this, Pisces, because this was meant to awaken your power. I don't want you to question right now why you're going through the things you're going through as much as I want you to question how you're going to get through it. There is a bigger purpose for you here, Pisces. And this card says, you've taken on emotions, guilt, and weight that were never yours. Give it back and be free. Some of you, this is emotional weight. Some of you, this is physical weight. Some of you, this is health issues. Others of you, this is financial issues, I'm hearing. Psychological issues. There's so much trauma that you have had to go through and bear. And now is the time, Pisces, where you are about to clear this energy. There is a new slate being cleared for you to write this new story, to manifest this new beginning. It says negative energy keeps you stuck. Clear it and create space for the positive flow of life. Clean up your home, Pisces. Clean up your diet. Clean up your mind. Really dive into understanding why things are happening and educate yourself. I've been feeling this call to read and to dive deeper into books and to kind of get off the phone and get offline a little bit. So you may be called to do the same, to get outside. I see you wiping away the old story, which is here, where it says, shatter the false story, and you're creating something new. I feel like many of you are afraid. And we do have a card called Disarm the Fear, but you're afraid of what is on the other side of this wall. And for a long time, you couldn't see through that wall. There was just this energy that was keeping you stuck. And I had a dream the other night where there was glass that broke and shattered. And what I'm seeing is you're breaking through the falseness of illusions. You're breaking through the broken mirror of relationships and projections and people putting things on you, Pisces, that is not yours. It says, shatter the false story. What you keep telling yourself might not be the truth. Break the illusion and meet your soul without the mask. What if you walked away, Pisces? You spread your wings. You flew off the nest. Even when no one else would, because these two little baby birds they're not going where this bird is going. And what if you realized that fear you had was actually nothing more than just a fear? It wasn't real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. I'm sure you've heard that before. And it says courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the ability to move forward despite it. So there's something you're going through, Pisces, a chain you're breaking through, a really difficult situation that has got you feeling like you need to kind of break through something. And as soon as you disarm this fear that you have, these are almost the same card, one more symbolic, one more realistic, of stepping off. This is full card energy. This is new beginning energy, Pisces. When you disarm that fear, you are going to realize spirit is going to catch you. There's opportunities. You're going to land where you need to land, but spirit can't get you there if you will not give yourself the opportunity to take the leap of faith. This says fear limits your potential. Release it and step into your power with confidence. So you need to remember, Pisces, that the story that you were told, that your ancestors were told, for some of you, this is breaking the feminine curse of being married to a masculine that does not treat you right. Staying stuck in relationships and cycles with a partner who doesn't treat you right. But I'm definitely feeling more the feminine masculine dynamic of having to stay in a relationship because you didn't have the funds or the money. And in the olden days, a lot of women couldn't get divorces and things like that because they had to rely on a man to provide for them. This is the time, Pisces, where the cycle ends with you. You are a provider. You are a nurturer. You are taking care of yourself. You're getting shit done. I don't usually curse, Pisces, but I have to just free the throat chakra today. There's something about not just love relationships, but relationships in general, where spirit is saying you need to rewire that. Why are you always giving from an empty cup? When you look at these cups here, they're broken and they've come back together. A lot of times when you have a broken cup, you can fill it up all you want, but that water is going to seep through the cracks. You need to see things and people for who they are. And Spirit right now is exposing the truth about people, and you're going to see through the cracks, Pisces. It says when pain becomes the pattern in love, it's time to relearn connection, begin again differently. That was the false story. Having to stay stuck. I'm literally seeing some of you packing your bags in the middle of the night and leaving. A toxic situation, trigger warning, an abusive situation. Whether it is physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever the case is, there's gaslighting, manipulation, isolation, people using you, Pisces. Take your power back. I feel so passionate about this. Take your power back. It's time for you to purify your heart. You have such a good soul. I have chills, Pisces, and I just want to cry. You have such a good soul. And so many people have taken that for granted. And they have broken your cup. They have made you have a distorted view of yourself. They have made you have a distorted view of relationships, distorted view of your power, of your ability to do the things that you were meant to do. And so I see you, Pisces, packing this box and saying, I'm moving on. But I'm not going to move on and be sad about it. It might not be easy. I may just have to go with the clothes on my back, figuratively or literally, I don't know. But whatever it takes, it's time to trek a new path, Pisces. This is purify your heart, let go of lingering pain, and make space for joy. Your heart deserves to feel light again. You will love again, Pisces. You will make money again, Pisces. You will find friendship again, Pisces. There is something about the heavy negative energy that's holding you back. And when you look at the imbalance, and I'm hearing dysbiosis of the relationships you're in, the toxicity and the level of manipulation and narcissism and usury. It says rebuild imbalanced relationships. If the scales are tipped, it's time to restore balance. Step forward and create harmony in your relationships. And sometimes creating harmony means, I'm sorry, I'm not talking to you right now. As funny as that may seem. Because in order for people to take you seriously, Pisces, you have to first take yourself seriously. You have been giving, and you can see how her side is a little bit heavy, but what is she doing? She's taking those bricks off. He's got bricks and she's got bowling balls. You've been with improperly, unequally yoked people. It's time for you to realize you need to go where someone's going to replenish you. And so some of you may be worried about how others might perceive you as you walk away, or what that means for your life or for those attached to you, especially with children and things like that, those who are looking up to you. But you have to let go of judgment. You have to do what's best for you, Pisces, because you have one life to live, in this lifetime at least. And it says, judging others only keeps you stuck in the past. Embrace compassion and release judgment. So you also need to not judge others, but I really do feel this card is saying don't fall into this cycle of worrying about what other people might think of you. Because again, with the judgment card showing here and it being on the bottom of our deck, Spirit is saying cast judgment on these situations and let them go, Pisces, if they don't serve you. And some people say fight for them, but it depends on the severity of what you've gone through. If this is a toxic attachment in your life, something that's been holding you back, it could be a job. It doesn't have to be just romantic love. But you, Pisces, need to understand that as soon as you cut away these vines and these weeds that are ensnaring you, you are going to feel your freest, your best. I see you looking more beautiful, more vibrant, coming back to life because the energy vampires were taking your soul out of your eyes, out of yourself. You may have become a shell of yourself, a version of yourself you don't recognize, that you don't love. So it says toxic ties drain your energy, cut the cords, and reclaim your freedom. This is time, Pisces, and in time, you will heal emotional trauma. You are releasing and purging from this broken cup. And then from there sprouts something new, something beautiful, something wonderful, and fireworks are going off because that Dodger game just won, and Spirit is saying, it's time, it's time. Celebrate, Pisces, you're here. It says you survived what hurt you. Now let that pain become the seed of wisdom, strength, and spiritual growth. It's time. Have faith, have courage. It's not always going to be like this. Do not fear the change that is coming. Trust fall into the arms of the universe and watch what God does in your life. Whatever this is, Pisces, it's heavy, it's emotional, it's burdensome, and it's been here for a while. Judgment stayed on the bottom of the deck. It's time for you, Pisces, to focus on you, on your work, on your craft, on building a nest egg for your future. Some of you are going to have to work on kind of garnering some things and working on things behind the scenes to prepare you to escape or leave a really toxic situation. You're tired, 9 of Wands, and Spirit knows you're tired, but don't give up. You're almost there. Current situation for Pisces. Wow, powerful energy. Queen of Pentacles. This is you, Pisces, your nurturing soul. You could also be dealing with a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn energy. But I feel your presence here, Pisces. You are a loving, nurturing, beautiful soul. Animals love you. Kids love you. You may really do great at decorating the home, have a beautiful garden, or aspire to. And I see you being really, really well off and like doing well for what you've gone through. You're taking care of the home. You're trying to take care of your body. You're doing the best that you can. And Spirit wants you to remember to embody this Queen of Pentacles energy in everything that you do, because she is grounded, she is worthy, she is noble, and she's beautiful on the inside and out. That is you. And I feel like many of you have stepped into situations where that's not being reflected back to you in that way. You're seeing a broken version of yourself. The tower has come and the masks are coming off. There's fights, arguments, and disagreements about what you've been going through, Pisces. But overall, Spirit says, rest, pray, you will get through this. Remember who you are. Your ancestors sent for you. They said, oh, Pisces, in this lifetime, he or she is going to make a difference. Your challenge. What's the challenge? The Page of Swords. So I do see people around you that are causing like petty arguments, conflict. You could have people kind of stalking you, watching what you're doing, gossiping and bad-mouthing you right now. And I think what's going on, Pisces, is you're like, I'm really just trying to live my best life. And y'all are out here making me into someone that I'm not. I have a heart of gold and I mean well. And there's these people that don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to be in the power that you truly deserve. And so they've got something to say about it. But again, with that Queen to the Page energy, you're so mismatched in these relationships, Pisces. I know it has required a lot of strength on your part to get through this and a lot of patience to get through this. But you're going to get through it, okay? Spirit says get ready to kind of go on a new adventure, journey forward, and get ready to experience life and emotionality in a way that is more serving. Because the 8 of Cups shows me, 8 of Cups to the 9 of Wands to the 5 of Swords, that you have just been almost in a state of being bamboozled by people over and over and over again. You're so tired. And so again, do you have the faith to take that leap, to disarm the fear, to cut the ties and the vampiric energy that's trying to hold you back? the relationships and the contracts that you have been bound to, where your cups have cracks. Let them go, Pisces. Strengths. Strengths at this time for Pisces. Wow. Spirit is saying it loud and proud. Pisces, it is time to take the leap of faith. Whatever this decision is, you're going to hit a crossroads pretty soon if you're not there already. And I see you being a bit nervous about what it means to walk away, walk out, go your own way. But again, that Fool card energy is the same energy as disarm the fear. And it says, fear limits your potential, release it and step into your power with confidence. You don't have to know exactly where you're going. But one thing you do know is you got your loyal friends and family around you, represented here by the dog. You've got the sun behind you, illuminating a path forward for you. You got your music in your hand, keeping your spirits lifted by listening and, paying attention to things that are helpful. I'm seeing maybe podcasts or listening to self-help books, reading more. There's something about something that has words, something auditory potentially that is going to help you heal as you take this leap of faith, almost like a motivational speaker. That could be significant. You could be leaping into that, or you could be listening to someone who has that profession and they've been helping you to move forward. Area of focus. What you're going through as well, Pisces, I'm hearing your spirit team say, what you are going through right now, you will help other people to heal through in the future. Area of focus is the Hanged Man. So what they're telling you is, yes, this cycle is coming to a close, World on the bottom of the deck. But right now, there's things you need to learn. So sit back, chill out, relax, and watch. This is you packing the boxes. This is you studying the situations. This is you getting yourself ready to move on and move forward. This is the time, Pisces, to kind of just hang out, receive the enlightenment that Spirit wants you to receive, and allow this chapter to close out on its own. The World card being here shows me it is going to close out, but there's something, what I'm getting is there's something that you still need to learn. Something that is going to give you the clarity that you need to know for sure that this is the decision that's right for you. There is still going to be risk. There's still going to be part of you that's not sure. But there's something coming in that's not here yet. Information, a download, a dream, that final, I heard, it's the final countdown. I'm hearing that right now. So there's something about kind of just going through the last phases of something and just letting it play itself out. Near future for Pisces as they move forward from whatever this toxic attachment is. Near future. Five of Cups, Page of Pentacles. So what your spirit team is saying here is, yes, it's going to hurt. It's not going to be sunshine and rainbows to start over again, to rebuild. Some of you are like, I'm so tired, Tiffany, of rebuilding. I'm so tired of moving on. I'm so tired of letting go. I have nothing left to let go. But Spirit says you do. You still have cracks in your cup. You need a new cup, Pisces. And so what we see with the Five of Cups is these 3 cups have spilt. But there's 2 cups behind her. A relationship can come in that you're supposed to have when you finally let go. A new job opportunity can come in when you finally let go of the one that's holding you back. A new living situation can come in when you finally walk away from the one that's been holding you back. There's something about the grief turning into your biggest blessing. And it starts small. But you're starting over, Pisces, and you're putting the pieces together day by day, brick by brick. It's not going to be easy. But I do see with that Page of Pentacles, the energy of, let me see, this card here. You're shattering the false story. You're saying, okay, I know that somewhere out there, there's something better for me and I can't find it if I stay here. Some of you are like literally feeling trapped in a mental prison, and that's the four walls. But for others of you, it's a literal four-walled building, a home. Definitely a home and family situation could be very toxic. But again, you need to remind yourself, somewhere out there, there's something more beautiful waiting for you that's going to help you heal from this emotional trauma. And it's going to shock you how beautiful and wonderful it is. So in the next couple of weeks, I do see you, Pisces, really distancing and detaching yourself, maybe keeping quiet about it, but holding clear boundaries. There's going to be a coldness about you in certain situations because you're like, I'm not going back to how things were. I'm choosing my cup now, and I'm really proud of you because there is such a beauty in the fact that when you put those boundaries up, you allow yourself to be treated like a queen, like a king. Just treat it how you should be. And I see you treating yourself better. And so in return, people are going to start treating you better because when they see you glow, what you put out into the universe comes back to you. Recent past. Knight of Pentacles. So I see you really having been diligent about whatever the situation is. You were trying your best to really take this situation as far as you could take it. There was a lot of steadfastness. There was a lot of pushing through the difficult times, believing that it was going to get better. But I really do think that things just aren't turning out the way that you thought. So you're changing direction. Tell me a little bit more about this Knight of Pentacles in their recent past, Spirit. Where did it get them? Where did it take them? Where did all that time and patience? It took you straight to someone who was not reciprocating that energy. You're over here being steadfast, and you were dealing with a person who was very in and out. Someone whose energy is here today, gone tomorrow. Someone who's here for a quick fix. Someone who has maybe a desire to be more free and you have a desire to be more stable. You don't align. I'm seeing a fire sign and an earth sign combination could be significant. You could be the earth sign. They could be the fire sign. Flip it and reverse it if that's not how it fits. But there was a lot of illusion and confusion between the two of you with the moon card to the 5 of Wands. Definitely could have been a soul connection that you were dealing with the 6 of Cups. Someone from your childhood could be significant as well. But with that Knight of Pentacles to the Knight of Wands, I don't think that you and that person that you were dealing with, you didn't have the same ideals. And so now you're rebuilding imbalanced relationships, where one of you is hardworking and the other one maybe is more of a taker. You're standing in your power and you're saying enough is enough. And you're rewiring the way that you receive love and the way that you give love to people who don't give it back. This is not a time to dwell in heartbreak and misery. Advice. The Lovers. You have to make a smart choice, Pisces. When Spirit gives you the opportunity to have the Lovers as your advice card, it's saying be flexible because Gemini is a mutable sign. Do the research, talk it out, communicate, talk to this person, or, have a lunch meeting, or not a lunch, but have a business meeting, or chat with the boss about your perspectives moving forward. Sit down with your family and have that conversation that's needed to be had, whatever the case is, and make the decision on how you move forward from a place of love. I really do believe that you're going to have a better idea of where you want the future of this contract or relationship or the situation in your life to go after having a deep heart to heart. There's going to be this unshakable energy of, I know exactly what I need to do now. Next couple of months, it's going to be very evident to you, but I think a lot of you already really know what you need to do. You're just still in that fear energy. And once you break through the fear in the next couple of months, things are going to be very clear during eclipse season in the spring. Ooh, I just dropped a whole bunch of cards. Well, actually not a whole bunch, but the 7 of Wands, the Star, and the Sun wanted to come out. So these are telling me that after a very long and arduous fight. You've put up the boundaries to protect yourself. You're finally in a place of healing, and the sun is coming out on the other side of all of this, Pisces. This is the opportunity that you have been waiting for to really go towards what makes you happy, to heal and to move on with your life. There's something about that being hidden from you. Those cards wanted to fly off and go under the table, but you are still going to attain that healing energy. You are still going to get to where you need to go. Environment at this time for Pisces. Nine of Swords. Yeah, so this is still the fear. And it's okay if you're here. I'm working through it too, Pisces. You are going to get through this. Whatever this is ailing you. You need to make a heart-based decision. Heart-based decisions are not always easy. Following your intuition may be a bit more clear, but a little bit harder to trust at times. And thinking with your head can be a bit crass and cold. But I do feel you making a heart-based decision, like what emotionally is going to fulfill me? Because right now you're sitting in this Nine of Swords energy where you are stressed out, where you're carrying the burden, where you have anxiety, where you're overthinking. Spirit says it's time to heal, Pisces, with the Star card. It's time to heal. It's time for you to come out of that dark room and remember your power, reclaim your authority, and heal those wounds. Water could be very significant as far as like being near a body of water, getting in a body of water, drinking more water. Very cleansing energy at this time for your soul. But you're stuck in that state of fear, Pisces, and it's okay, because I think what's happening is you haven't been able to really regulate your emotions very well because you're in the process of rewiring your brain. The same way that card says, rewire the way that you love. Where are you giving too much and not getting enough in return? Where are you carrying the burden of other people in your life and other situations, and where are they not reciprocating? This is a time for recalibration, and it can feel a little off-putting. You can feel a little bit lost, and I totally understand why you may be going through this period of anxiety and you just don't know. But you're going to be able to make the right decision, Pisces. A new beginning wants to come in for you. A trust fall is required. Doing the hard thing may be required as well, and owning your Queen of Pentacles energy, that you are abundant, that you are loving, that you are nurturing, that you are stable. A home could be very significant to you, like having a stable home life. And again, I'm just seeing someone who really brings love into a home. This person, like let's say it's a relationship that you're going to be walking away from, they're going to try to find that in someone else, or they're going to try to find that love in someone else. But I see them having to look at this broken mirror, and they're going to have to look at all the things that they did to you. And they're going to have to look at all the actions that they made. And they're going to have to own their past. It says you can't rewrite the past, but you can change how it shapes you. Embrace your choices and let them become your wisdom. So this person that you're dealing with, or this situation that you're dealing with, they have a lot to learn. There's a lot of immaturity here. But this person is, through you, going to understand this is that broken glass. Okay, Spirit is showing me this is the broken glass. This person doesn't see themselves how they really are. And when you leave, you shatter their reality. You shatter what they have been willing to believe about themselves. And it's all going to make sense. Ooh, that's for somebody out there. Okay. Yeah, this is going to definitely be, they've got a lot to learn. Whoever this is, they've got a lot to learn about not treating you right. Even if this is an employer, I really feel like they're about to lose somebody that's really valuable to the company, and they're going to really wish they didn't lose you. This is a family dynamic. They're going to feel your lack of joy and all the warmth you bring to the holidays and to the home, because it's over, Pisces. World card. The lesson has been learned. Case closed. You're growing beyond this. Hopes and fears. Four of Cups. Some of you are worried that if you walk away, opportunity will not find you. And what I want you to understand is as you walk away, opportunity is going to literally hound you until you accept it, Pisces. There is going to be that cup that comes out of the middle of nowhere, and you're going to be like, I never saw this coming, because you were so focused on what you were losing. Remember that Five of Cups? Where was it? Here. In the near future, You're going to have to go through a letting go. And those 3 cups have fallen. Those are the 3 cups you've been dwelling on. There could be 3 people or 3 situations in your life that really take a lot out of you emotionally that you're going through, Pisces, because this doesn't even have to be about just one thing. But whatever it is that you're going through, I think you're worried about the loss and what that transition would feel like. And you don't want to be lonely. You don't want to be left behind. You don't want to miss out. But Spirit is saying the second that you let go, an opportunity has the ability to come in that would not have had the opportunity to come to you if you had stayed. So trust that there is something that will make you very happy on the other side of this trust fall. You are being encouraged to move forward. You have the answer that you're looking for, confirmation for you if you need it in this message, that this is the time to get on the boat, to move yourself away from a lot of these people who are going to need to look at their own reflection and understand that they aren't even who they thought they were. Because you were holding up a mirror to them and showing them like this. I'm seeing like a kaleidoscope, and they really couldn't see who they were. Or the situation was extremely distorted, and the people just don't know what they're going to miss when you go, Pisces. I'm hearing, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone. When I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss the way I walk. You're gonna miss the when I talk. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Something like that. There's a song like that. But yeah. Potential outcome. The Hermit. All right, so this is a message that I don't know if I mentioned at the very beginning, but I do feel this. Spirit is saying, I'm dropping all this knowledge to you, Pisces. I feel like Spirit's whispering right now, like, Pisces, are you listening? Get quiet. Do what you need to do to prepare to get out of the situation. Stack your money. Pack the bags. Move to that location under the cover of darkness. You're in the spiritual witness protection program, but they need you to also move in silence. This is going to be a time where you stop being hypervigilant. You stop looking at their Facebook profile or their Instagram or their TikTok, and you stop going through their phone. You stop waiting for that text message to come through. You stop worrying about them. And you close the laptop. Again, remember I told you guys earlier, I'm feeling this energy of like kind of getting offline, getting into books, learning and reading and self-empowerment, podcasts, audiobooks, things like that could be very significant because right now Spirit wants to pour into your mind. And this Virgo energy that's coming through the card of the Hermit is saying to also get very practical and build routines around getting out of this situation. So move in silence, Pisces. You're getting out of this situation unscathed. You see the truth. You will have victory. Your guides are giving you, I really feel like a little bit of a lowdown right now. They're like, hey, Pisces, we just want to let you know. And I want you to understand that the people that you're dealing with, they will receive their karma. We're not here to take vengeance, but you're headed towards your 10 of Pentacles. And they're blocking you from this. They were completely blocking you from this 10 of Pentacles. They were making you feel like you had to actually carry the weight that belonged to them. You were carrying their baggage. When they were looking in the mirror, they saw you. They didn't even see themselves. Okay? So now, Pisces, you have the card here. We're going to end out your reading where it says, honor your growth. It says wisdom, understanding, fear, right? You're moving beyond fear. And it says, growth is a journey, not a destination. Honor where you are right now and celebrate your progress. So if you're nervous, if you don't know how you're going to get to this 10 of Pentacles, how you're going to get to a place of stability, how you're going to get to a place of family and that love that you always needed and that money that you've always needed and that groundedness that you've always needed, that peace of mind, understand that you are going through a really expansive time of growth right now, Pisces. Honor where you are. You've learned so many valuable lessons through this situation. It taught you to respect yourself. You were disrespecting yourself and you didn't even know. Stop carrying what is not yours. Start loving you more each and every day. And finally, let this person accept their fate and face the consequences of the decisions that they made. They have a lot of life lessons that they need to learn, but they have to understand that you are not going to be here anymore to keep giving them new cups. They've shattered you. The cup is gone, and they're going to be trying to find another cup just like you, looking into the distance, looking into the horizon, wishing that they hadn't treated you the way that they did. But anywho, Pisces, onward and upward you go, love. Trust the path ahead. Spirit says whatever is unfolding in your life, you need to understand there is something coming from you. You can't see it. It's a bit foggy, but it says trust the unfolding in your life. Every step is part of your journey to becoming who you're meant to be. So even if you feel like you've made a misstep, you've made a mistake, understand it's been divinely guided. Detours are being placed so that you will land on solid ground. All right, I love you, Pisces. This message was so, so powerful. If you made it all the way to the end, leave me a comment and say, I trust the path ahead. I love you, Pisces. See you tomorrow, and I'm so proud of you. Bye, guys.